We are back in 2021. 好久不见, 1 year never see you guys. Today we're back in what? Season what? Season 2. So fast. Season 2, episode 1. Episode 1.
Yeah, first of the
Today,
entire year, man.
we've got this 5 ultimate champion, diamond, centurion, or I don't know, super people, superwomen, women to share with us. So they promise you one thing, right? Bjorn, today they promise us no host bar, open sharing. If you don't like what you hear, please use the comment button to tekan them, while Leon can use physical to tekan them.
So we would like to actually see you really give us more comments and what you really want to hear from them, and we'll be actually looking at the screen so that we know what you're actually looking out for, so that we can also ask them more questions. So you can ask any questions, okay? And of course, they will try their best to answer, right?
Try their best. No,
okay,
they will answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so like Bjorn.
Okay, so just a short introduction. You know, there are 5 of you guys today, right? And I'm very interested to know like each and every individual one of your story first. So who would like to actually start? You know, like just share with them, right? Like who you are and everything, so that people will know you more. Yeah.
So let's ask Singaporean who want to start. Singaporean, walao.
Yeah, that's why they are here, because they are more, enthused, right? So there will be definitely people who want to start on show one. Okay. Yeah, let's go, man. Yeah, Kelvin.
Hey.
Okay, all right, man.
Yep. Hey, before that, can you flex first?
Okay, so
relax.
okay, so I'm Kelvin. I just started my 3rd year. All right. In January, this is my 3rd year now. Prior to this, I was actually coaching. So I was coaching Muay Thai, in a humble gym in CBD called Vanda Boxing, where I hit a group of Muay Thai coaches to run programs and to also
Muay Thai.
Yep. Get them
The one that you kick the tree on. Use the shit.
No, like we kick people.
Okay.
So we get them fights. I try to get them fights in Bangkok and in Singapore lah.
Don't mind, bring up your mic a bit closer to your mouth.
Yeah.
No, I can't hear you.
Then after that, I think it has got to a point whereby, because I've been doing martial arts since 17. I'm 32 now. So yeah, it's been more than a decade, right? Then I was thinking, I see how growing up how my dad flipped properties also, right? So I was a little bit intrigued lah by how this goes. So here I am in the real estate industry.
3 years. How, Bjorn?
So before that, as a coach, you don't mind me asking, right? How much are you actually earning in a month?
Think about, for when I was with Venda, close to 4+ years, it was $4,000 for the first 3 years. Then they gave me a raise to 4,500.
Wow, how generous! Wow. Okay, moving on. Yeah.
Not bad, for them fight. I mean, $5
yeah,
is a lot of increment.
fight your life every day, kick and kick
Yeah.
to get that $500 difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see why you are here.
Right. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Kelvin, of course, today, real talk, you are here. Definitely prove one thing. You have done well in the last 3 years. Okay. So you are here today, representing the many, many thousands of Preeminent Group agents. You are chosen to be here, to be doing and sharing, of course, towards how you get your centurion over here and how did you go through what you have gone through to become today this Kelvin, the real estate agent who is invited to the season 2, episode 1 of Real Talk.
Thank you. I'm
So
honored.
over to you. Just need you to share.
Okay. So I think it's by also God's favor lah. Right?
Sorry, Kelvin, you need to put the mic closer to your
Okay.
mouth. Yeah.
So
Okay, guys, please put the mic closer. Okay, if not, Leon did like that. So tong lah.
Alright, so it's by God's grace and favor also lah that I cross 100K. I mean, some of my colleagues were just sharing with me that they so long in the industry, until now they never even clocked that
Really?
100K in that. Yeah. So I mean, obviously you hear success story, but
Yep.
you also have to hear those not successful ones also, ma.
Okay.
Not everybody like has the luxury like all of us here. Yeah.
But why do you think we have the luxury here? Like why? What makes us different? What makes the difference? What makes the yes and the no?
I really don't know.
What do you think? Why are you here? Heng, you're here. I go on.
Maybe Taiko.
So are you consistent?
Am I? No, I don't have 100K every
I mean,
month.
you see, you have been an agent for 3 years lah. This is your first time 100K.
Yeah.
How about the other 2 years and 11 months?
2
Was
years.
it a struggle? Because let's say 3 years, 1 month you
Struggle.
got 100K lah.
Yeah.
The rest of the month,
Struggle. I mean, on good months, about 20.
20.
Yeah. There are some months
You
that
see, that's how
zero.
property agent changed their mindset. Leh. Last time earn 4K, now 20K, he says struggle. Technically, I don't think so, no. I mean, technically, of course, compared to 4K, I really think it's a struggle. Lah. I mean, honestly, today,
4K is very, very struggle.
I mean, sorry,
Yeah.
of course, it is how your lifestyle. Lah. I mean, imagine you go 4K a month, struggle, right? Huh? Miko don't know what to do with her life, right? Yeah, you see.
Hey, honestly speaking, 1 month, how much are your credit card bill?
50 maybe?
50, 50? Oh, 15, okay lah.
Okay.
15 still not so bad lah. 15 still not so bad.
Okay, never mind. We focus on Kelvin first. So you see, he's a very good representative of probably people who bounce back or people who are at the 20, 30K mark forever and couldn't hit the 100K. I don't know. So Kelvin, maybe what do you want to tell us? Since today you got the opportunity to be sharing.
I think I'm pretty likable among my friends and family lah. That
Pretty
they
likable.
yeah, that they will choose to support me and not go to so many other agents there. I mean, left and right, if we pick up our phone, we know so many insurance agents, right? We know so many real estate agents, but why me? So yeah, some call it tycho, some call it God favor. Yeah. So I mean, let's dive down to the case. I mean, on that month, how much did I make? I think
100 odd.
About 100 lah.
Yeah.
So
100-ish.
your 100, about 80%, which is about 80,000, came from a new launch called Twin View,
Right.
13th floor.
Right. So that was a memorable one because I sold my friend's Dawson MOP.
Dawson,
Dawson
HDB flat.
HDB
Yeah,
flat.
it's just 5 years MOP.
Correct.
And you
correct.
sold it.
Yeah, but I went there.
Ah.
I went there actually when they called me down. I knew that.
Oh, the deal is here. Okay, so it's that 28th floor Dawson.
correct.
It's the
correct.
same buyer,
Correct.
same owner. Okay,
Correct.
so I can see from here, there's a HDB sale here that clocks you almost 20,000 from Dawson.
Right.
A 28th floor.
Right.
Must be beautiful view.
It
No?
wasn't facing the GCB view.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Dawson, y'all know where is Dawson now?
City view.
Wow, the very just went and see one last weekend. Oh, a few. Is there a lot of listing available?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, why you never come and see
Physical.
mine? I also got one. I also got one at 44th floor.
For-
Can you come and see
44.
the place?
Ooh.
You asked me what 1.3 million.
No. 900 and above. Can try it.
Wait, yours a 4-room flat or 5-room flat?
Mine's a 4-room flat.
4-room flat. Yours?
Yeah.
My 4-room
4-room flat. How much do you sold for?
I saw at 828.
828. How much you asking?
900k up.
900K. How much your budget?
My buyer looking at about 1.1.
Eh,
Well,
come and
how
see.
high?
5 room.
Oh, 5 room.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. $1 million HDB buyer.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so you sold that Dawson. Okay, so let's all focus on him. Tekan him. Okay. No, lah. Okay, juice him up.
So,
yep.
when I got a call from a friend of mine, actually is my good friend Gabriel's sister.
Your good
Alright.
friend is called Gabriel.
Yeah.
Gabriel sister.
I only met her I only drink one time with her at KTV only. One time only. So
Wait, KTV. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
How
then
much she
this-
tell you the flower?
What?
How much flower she tell you?
Minimum
What
5K.
kind of
minimum
KTV?
5K. Today we go lah. Later we go 电话场. Okay? No, I'm kidding. So when we first met, there was when I went down, I was so happy because I thought, oh yeah, I sure can get the exclusive one.
About the Dawson.
Yeah,
Tai Chiu.
yeah, like wow, confirm this deal, another deal
That's
that dropped from
my
the
good
sky
friend.
one.
Take for granted. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I thought, can get 2% lah, straight away on the spot can sign one. Go down right.
Ah.
I didn't get it. Like I thought so soon, everything then didn't get it. It was only after 4 months later they called me again.
How come?
So in between that 4 months, what happened? Did they sell the house through another agent or what?
Nothing happened. So they just decided not to do anything yet because they know that selling wasn't a problem, although there is stiff competition. All right. But they very worried about where next, because they still got 2 young kids, ma. So they want something to move in immediately one.
Move in immediately.
Move in immediately one. Yeah. And specifically around Clementi area because there got a lot of good school.
But Twin View is not Clementi.
Correct.
Yeah, but nearby lah, behind only ma.
Yeah, 半山 lah.
半山啦,
半山
advertisement
啦。
广告时间啊, I am the DD for Twinview Right now the commission is really high, it's about 4%. So if you need any help or tagging or what, just give me a call, okay?
Oh, you mean you can tag?
I can tag one, I tag everybody one.
Hey, were you the tagger?
Tag one. No, I never.
Hey.
So it was only like 4 months later, then they called me.
4 months later,
Four
they
months
called
later,
you.
they called me. Yeah. Then when I went down the second time, then I got the exclusive to Dawson.
Then how long it took to sell it?
3 weeks.
Woo, 3 weeks.
Okay.
True.
So my question is, how come can sell so fast? Or is 3 weeks is long? I don't know.
3 weeks not bad.
Not bad lah, huh?
Not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you got of course I think it's about 2% comp.
Yeah, 2% comp.
Okay. So it's about 16 plus K.
Mm.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Okay. So can you tell us a little bit of how do you derive at the selling price?
Okay.
You know, is it because of your effort, or the seller just say I want to sell at this price? Because I would think that 900, you saw at 800 plus, right?
I saw at 828.
828, I would say 828 is a good price. I mean, Yang Sing, you are serving a buyer on the ground now lah.
Yes.
Can you judge?
This is
Can you judge? Be judgmental a bit. 800 plus, is it a good price?
For 4 room, to be
Four room,
honest, I don't know.
Yes.
5 room, I think
No,
Super
for
good
four room.
price.
4 room. It's a 4 room.
828 ah?
828.
8 for 28 floor. I would think so, yes.
Okay.
Price.
So now, of course, to us, I feel sometimes agent getting a price listing is very important. Overpriced or just right. You know, sometimes, so I don't know your case, is it you heng tikong, the seller just price right, or you are the one that caused the price to be right? That's what I want to find out.
Okay, so when during the LP, I mean they managed to I managed to speak about the competition,
Sure.
what they will be facing in 2, 3, 4 months time. All right.
At that point, how many units are available for sale? Do you
That
know?
time, about my block already got 28 listings.
Mhm.
All right. So I would say about
Easily about
70,
50,
70,
Wow, that's a lot, huh?
around 70, because 3 blocks.
Yep.
Mm.
But being on a 28th floor, do you think you are like more superior, or you are like the middle class of the available listings? Because 70 is a lot. No?
Yeah. I think I spent a lot of time with them pricing the property right.
Pricing the property.
Yeah. To
Okay.
a point whereby they tell me 800 can close already.
Ooh, and that is my point. I find that a lot of agents are mainly resale agents, because resale agents need to deal with sellers. New launch agent only need to deal with buyers. The sellers is we deal with the developer. Ma. So I found that this skill set of spending term, focus to deal with the price, make sure that the listing is priced right by doing your homework to find out where do you stand. Are you a superior unit? Because the buyer using their own money to buy, they'll make sure they see everything. And they will, of course, the listing that is more superior in terms of pricing and facing and units and level will sell first. If not, you'll only be there waiting to help other people sell.
Mm.
And this is a key script to make your seller realize and lower their expectation and their price.
Mm.
If not, you can be there for 1 year helping other people to sell.
Correct.
Right? I mean, if you are 28th floor asking for 828,000, and then there is one guy on the lower floor asking higher price, isn't he helping you to sell?
So, Kelvin, I'm very curious, right, to know for this Dawson unit that you actually sold, right? Who was the buyer that came in to buy?
Okay. So obviously, you have many viewings, but the person that bought it, right, is actually my ex-girlfriend, good friend.
What the shit? Own
Yeah.
people ah?
Own people. Yeah, I know.
Kakilang boy kakilang ah?
So you
Kaki long.
purposely charge her higher, right?
I never charge her. I tell her I believe I can actually squeeze.
Wait, by plan or by nature?
It's by nature.
So how did she know that you're marketing this property?
She saw me because I got the listing right on Guru, but she saw me feature this listing on my Instagram and Facebook
Oh,
story that will disappear within 24 hours.
So it was Instagram marketing that
So
helped
do you
you
think it was
lah?
the people, the guy that attracted her, the property that attracted her?
Both lah.
Miko, what do you
I think
think?
both.
Property.
Yeah.
Just now when he
Maybe.
said that case, you're like, yeah, normal. Okay, carry on.
Yeah. So I knew that I could also get it up to 830, 832K. Yeah.
Do you not?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
All right. Okay, no problem. Of course, we get at the best situation.
Yeah.
The best price may not always be the best terms and condition.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Yeah, no problem.
Correct. So it was a very straightforward case, 828, with no other conditions.
No other conditions, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. And your ex-girlfriend
Yeah.
bought it with the new
My
boyfriend.
ex-girlfriend friend. Yeah. Ex-girlfriend, the friend.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
first property lah.
First property.
What sort of what sort of status are they like? Working.
Okay,
you
so
know,
basically,
what's their income?
yeah, I sold it. I think the one is doing marketing, and then the husband, they just got married. The husband is a dentist.
Dentist.
Yeah, yeah.
Sikit atas, yeah.
Sikit atas, sikit atas. So, yeah. So that's the story.
So my question is, given SOP lah, I mean, by right, by the playbook, they're not supposed to buy HDB ma. They're supposed to buy their first property. If they can, they're not supposed to buy the HDB. If wealth creation is in place for these sets of people. But I can understand, of course, you serving seller, they are not your client, but they are she's your ex-girlfriend, so it's complicated, but never mind. But let's talk about it. I mean, honestly,
Ex-girlfriend, friend.
ex-girlfriend, friend. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. So you see, Yang Sing is like we would wait, sorry, my wealth creation trainer is here. Nicole. So what we're going to do is, if normal circumstances, a dentist and a marketing position, probably no. Why are they buying HDB flat? I mean, if it's a roof over your head, buy whatever you want. But it's wealth creation. It is. What do you think? Use the mic, please. What do you think? I mean, now like wow, young, right? How
Young, I would say in their late
late
20s.
20s, you know.
What's their
first
combined
property,
income?
Wow, that they didn't share with me.
Yeah, but you can guess lah.
Yeah, I can guess
roughly.
one around there one.
Say dentist.
Cannot be 4K lah.
Yeah,
Say
can't be
dentist
okay.
just come out. Maybe wow. Dentist, maybe at the dentist 6K,
Yeah, we don't know lah. But
6,
they say,
7.
why
Yeah.
Why
Then-
these people don't buy private property? What do you think? Why
Maybe there is near parents, things like that.
Near
Maybe.
parents
Yeah, sometimes it's
My
the
God, no near
same.
parents
Their
They
parents,
want to
their
take
parents
some
staying at West
grant
Coast.
before they. Maybe they want to take some grant before they exit the income also. Maybe
Why do you need some grant?
they just have a very traditional mentality that must take money from the akong first.
So I tell you, their problem is their lack of an agent that can guide them.
Mm.
I think so. I mean, I don't know. And they can, because of choice, because they are old school thinking, which probably they learn from their parents, because we all learn from our parents learn from our grandparents and pass down. Like, everyone must buy a HDB flat, right? And then you must get a grant, don't lose out, buy a BTO, right? Then kena 3 years under construction, then you buy, if not, then you buy someone else's BTO and pay a premium. I'm sure your friend buy cheaper than 800 plus lah. So I'm saying this learning thing here. So in Preeminent Group, we are coaching wealth creation, property wealth creation. And this is something I personally, I take it very close to my heart. And that's why together with Alex and Nicole and Jeremy and Kelvin Chen, we formulated, and Richard Eng, we formulated this course that we run for the last 3 seasons already. So this course, we teach agent how to wealth create for themselves as well as for their client and have the intention. So I guess, you see, there is a lot of out there, like this couple, professional, earning good income, 20 something, right? First property, end up buying HDB flat. You see, honestly speaking, let's look at it this way. If it's a roof over your head, buy whatever you want. But if it's create wealth through property, buy 828, how much do you think they can exit? See, the entry price of this HDB flat, 28 floor, 4-room flat, 100 square meter, 828. How much do you think they can exit out in the next 5 years? 1.128. They will be happy they get 100. The thing is, Yang Sing, we don't know. But let me tell you, if 828 can add 300,000 in to get 1.0 million, do you think if they put the money in the condo can get more? I mean, if the HDB, if the HDB can make money, I'm sure the condo can make more money.
It depends.
Uh-huh.
I think I
Sure.
would challenge that. It
Yeah.
depends. It depends. It doesn't mean that all condo can make money. Right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. When you what condo you buy,
Yeah, sure.
when you buy also makes a lot of
Sure.
difference. I got serve clients that buy at 2012, sell today,
Yeah.
lose money.
And Kevin, do you realize it's not when you buy, it's always when you sell. I tell you guys, I mean, for me, it's never about when you buy. Everyone make money, it's only about when you sell. I mean, talk about it, right? So what I'm trying to say is, you kick back to PwC lah, right? So they didn't make the criteria of buy as big as they can, right? Buy as upper class as they can. I'm sure they can buy something better, but they didn't for some reason lah. All that is so important. right? But if with regard to wealth creation, I'm just telling all the audience out there, sometimes we do have a lot of clients that we need to do the upselling. We need to do the education. They may or may not. But in this case, is nobody did the education. That's why they didn't. Because I don't know they will or they. Maybe I say already they still will buy the HDB, so be it. So I'm just trying to say, and we do have a lot of clients on the pocket that we can upsell them. We must learn the skill sets to do this. If it's your client.
Correct.
Okay, that's all my point.
I know who will be knocking on their door in 5 years' time.
Sure. Yeah. But you must understand, 5 years down the road, plus probably 6, 7, 8 years down the road, okay, they are no longer 28, 29. The bank don't think you're wiser, even though when you grow old, you're supposed to be wiser. All right. And of course, then they have more commitment. They may need a bigger house. Like not like now, they can probably buy a 2-bedroom or 1-bedroom. You get what I mean? Like remember in PwC, we always talk about people why want to buy HDB flat. Because got walk-in wardrobe lah. 2-person buy 4-room flat that got 3-bedroom, 1 walk-in wardrobe, 1 study room that never study one.
It's really true because
then you ask them buy a studio apartment or 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, they say too small.
Yeah, can I add something? Because they bought my 4-room flat, right? But only 2-bedroom only.
Sure one, bro.
The other one cannot knock down.
And can we go some more into a PwC? You think the HDB flat no need to renovate at least 100,000?
But did they renovate?
These are minor renovation.
But if you want it to be nice, it's at least 100,000. Go and find out.
True.
You buy a brand new twin view, must renovate, man. No need. Brand new aircon, brand new kitchen. Right? No matter how this kitchen is used before, this house, no matter how got no facility, no matter how you can't swim. Yeah, you buy a 1-bedroom, you can still swim the same swimming pool as a 4-bedroom. And of course, in PwC, we give a lot of scenario. Namely, say we talk about a panel case. People will buy Amokyo MOP unit, 5 years down the road, sell back the same price. People will buy panel upside by 300,000. Right? So anyway, I if you don't understand, it's very hard to explain to you lah. Now we are just kind of give you this access to these thoughts. Okay, if you haven't attended PwC, please go ahead. If you are already attended, then you really should go and case study your clients or yourself. This is why this is so-called that so that we as an agent, we know how to unlock more potential of our clients to earn more money because we unlock more higher ticket value things, and not just be an order taker. That's all we want to do. Right? Okay,
right.
cool. Woo. I mean, I get
You get excited.
I get excited when I see
Yeah.
people who can afford things but always play downsize and play safe lah, and end up it doesn't help them in their life when they look back at 40 years old. They only know how to work hard, but they never know how to make their money work harder for them.
Yeah.
So 100K, that's like 25 months pay. How do you feel about that? Clocking this in 1 month.
Oh, when he was earning 4K.
Yeah, when he was only for this 25 months of salary, you know.
All
It's a lot, It's what? 2 years, 2 years salary in 1 month.
Until today, I still feel very thankful. But the happiness of it is gone. Like the trophy, the happiness is these things to hype it up is gone. You just have to know that it serves as a daily reminder. It serves as a steroid for a while.
I'll say it's addictive, bro. Do you think it's addictive? This insurance is like keep on making you come back and work harder. That's what we want when we really came up with the Centurion Cup back many years, 8 years ago. No? It's supposed to be something of a metaphor to remind you, and there's attraction to it. And I guess it did its job.
Yes and no, because I mean, these few months, when I look around, my peers again, getting those 100K again.
Yeah, this few months crazy.
Yeah. Then, how come I don't have?
Why you don't have?
I get a bit stressed.
Yeah.
Yep. And then after a while, I
positively stressed or negatively stressed, honestly. Both.
Both. It's how you look at it, because there's always two sides to a coin,
Yes.
right? Right. So I always choose to go back to the fundamentals and stay true to my roots, right? When I was fighting then, right, I'm the only fighter, right, that when I have to run 12 kilometers every morning, right, all my friends, right, they will be looking in front and they will run. But I'm the only person, right, that until today when I run, right, if you ask me run with you, I'm the only idiot, right, that will look on the floor while running.
Why got money?
You know why?
Why?
I don't know. On that side so quiet. Yeah. So when you all run, right, you all will normally look in front and run, right? When you go for a jog, right? Let's just say today I say, hey, Nicole, you go and jog 10 click, and then come back. You will look forward and run, right?
But she's scared fall down lah.
But but have you wondered why I will look on the floor and run?
Because your eyes is on your top.
I'm the only idiot. And sometimes when I'm
I also look on the floor sometimes.
really,
Yeah. Just want to make
You
sure.
got,
I don't know. Just to make sure that
Other water.
I don't step on rubbish, and also to make
Hey,
sure
bro,
that
I don't get a question. Know what you're trying to say?
okay, so what I'm trying to say is that I always keep my head under the water, right? Because sometimes, right, when you look up, right, very 痛苦 ah. You know, when you look around, people are scoring. When you see, wow, I still got 5 more clicks to run. I want to
mind
give
your
up.
own business.
Yeah. So I just look down, and then, right, you know what? When I look down, I already finished 10 click already. I'm supposed to only do 10, but I look down, right, I already finished 12 already. I already finished 12 already. So throughout this month, I feel better. Don't have 100K, never mind.
Yeah.
50K every month also song.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
100K will be better lah.
Yeah lah.
Yeah, can always be better. 100 then
Yeah.
200 be better.
Be
200
better.
then infinite be
Above the
better.
500.
Then after insignia be
Okay,
better.
1 million lah, 1 million lah. Okay lah, 1 million lah.
I think I mean, who don't like money? By end of the day, you must ask yourself, Lord.
Yes.
Yeah, are you really, really happy or not?
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm very happy.
I am.
Happy.
I am. I am.
Yeah, because I believe money is a source of scoreboard to help you to help others. Because if you cannot even help yourself, then I felt you don't have the right to help others.
Right.
Yeah, you can contribute your time, but this world got a lot of people to contribute already. The world need money.
Agree.
Right? True. So that's
Okay, so my side, left hand side, I have been very, very quiet. So I want to actually listen from this side of the table. And of course, right, it leads me to our next
fight
person. I haven't even said anything yet. You pass the mic to Yang Xing for what?
Hi.
Hello. Okay. So Yang Xing, okay. So if you start Yang Xing, Yang Xing, you're the only person for this 2 months that actually clocked 2 consecutive centurion. How do you feel about it? Wow,
August, 2 August and October.
August, October. Yeah, for August and October. So 2 centurion for.
He very angry. He missed March.
What happened to September? You took a break, or September was
My client took a break on me.
Oh, your client took a break. So you should be angry with your client because of that, right? You didn't get your centurion,
bro.
Yeah, that's why.
But people never had trick one.
Yeah, but anyway, it's still a good achievement. I think it's pretty awesome. You know, 2 months, 2 centurion, and you're like all over the place, man. Yeah, I can see you at Thomson. I can see you at Woodlands, Toguan, Commonwealth, Whampoa Bank, Treasures, Adam Road, Sembawang, and then back to Treasures again. You ran the whole of Singapore, is it?
Oh yeah.
So you are
Everyone's
Cross
really-
Island Marathon,
Because of that, because of Adam Park closing, I
Adam Park.
hit the red light. I cannot
Okay.
12 demerit points.
Okay.
Really.
I hope you have another 12.
Wow, bohua leh, bro. For
Bohua,
18,600, you walao kena 12 points.
Yeah.
Wow.
So did the Adam Park person bought from you another thing or not? cover back.
They are actually renting now. So my plan for them is to rent first, and then we start looking at another property soon, so that hopefully they'll buy something from me, you know.
Right.
We should talk about the big deal one, the Jetscape.
Yeah.
70,000.
J-scape, yeah.
So my question to you first, lah. Tell me who you are. I want to know who you are.
For those who know me, don't know me, I'm Yang Xin. So I've been in the
Sing
line
Yang
for
Tan-
Sing Yang,
Tan
Yang Guo,
Sing
Yang Guo.
Oh, Yang Sing is the name. Then you sing something else.
You're
Sing Yang,
Singaporean, right?
Ling Sing.
You're Singaporean, right?
Singapore citizen.
Okay, then how come your name got only 2 syllables?
Born in
Singapore
Guangzhou.
got 2 syllables, right, bro?
Oh, born in Guangzhou.
Born in Guangzhou,
Okay. No, very rare.
Is it?
Yeah, very rare.
It's a good. My name is a conversation starter.
Okay.
Say, oh, you're young. How come two words
Nicole
only?
also one, Lim. It's also 2 syllables.
Sibei Khor sia this joke.
Lim,
What
Lim.
the hell? Sibei Khor sia this joke. Okay, so
From Guangzhou.
You're
you're from Guangzhou lah, Nicole.
No,
You're from Guangzhou.
Harbin.
Okay. No, he was saying that you only also 2 syllables for your name. So yeah, back to Yang Xing, right? So yeah, this Jetscape deal, 1808. Was it a memorable deal?
In a way, yes, because we almost miss out on this unit.
Sorry, I'm very distracted. I see the com so high, then I forget about your story. Haven't intro yet.
Okay.
Yeah, so Yang Xing, so who you are?
I've been in this line for coming to 10 years actually. Yeah. So I chanced upon real estate back in 2011 when I was still a sales engineer. So my friend brought me in. I was a part-time agent for about 6 months. before I take the plunge, become a full-time agent.
So your monthly pay, was it like more than 4K or less than 4K?
Back then was about 3,000 plus.
Or 3,000?
Yeah.
You see people 痛苦, you know or not? Your 4K
Bro,
very
more
good
痛苦
already.
than
no?
you leh.
Kick here, kick there only, no.
Yeah, kick here, kick there, got 4,000, not bad, no. This one run here, run there, 3,000 only,
I
no.
never run. I sit in front of the computer and do calculation only.
Oh,
Simulation
okay.
only. Yeah.
Use finger is 3,000, use leg is 4,000.
Okay lah.
Use mouth more, right or not? Yeah. So every time use your mouth. Okay.
That doesn't sound right. Yeah. So fast track. So then I've been trying to achieve more on a more consistent basis lah. I started to see result probably back in 2018. Before that, I was just trying to trying my best to clock more sales lah. But then after 2018, when I really work hard on new launches, then I start to see more better results.
When you really work hard on new launch.
Yes. The keyword is new launch.
Then what?
And I start to see results.
Nice.
See money.
So what is it that you do for new launches? You go on the road to actually do road shows, doorknob, or what?
For those who know me, probably you know that I'm actually in partnership with Danny Wong.
Yeah.
So actually we use
So you're in partnership with Danny Wong.
yeah, on the new launch part.
I thought he's married. Oh, nothing. Okay.
Working partner, disclaimer, working partner. So we actually we use different methods also lah. Online, PPC, Facebook and all that. So we did see
bro,
some
this is
results.
real talk. No? You don't want to come here and hear you say we use different method lah. We use what method?
really
Tell
ma?
us lah.
PPC lor, Google lor.
Yeah, Google AdWords, Facebook marketing.
PPC is what? Pay per click. Google
Pay per
AdWords.
click. Okay,
pay per
Google
click.
AdWords.
Do you do sponsor ads on Facebook?
Yes, we did.
Yes, also.
did.
Oh, so you mainly do a lot of digital.
Digital marketing
Paid
lah.
marketing.
Yeah, internet
Okay, cool.
marketing.
Nicole,
It really depends. It really depends.
Okay. Oh no, just asking how much do you already spend every month on such digital marketing?
It depends. It depends.
Okay, the lowest,
Depends.
how much you have spent so far, or the lowest?
For certain projects, could be just in the thousands, but for certain projects, you can hit more than 10K.
10K on a project.
Yeah.
Got return or not? Or no return?
Hey,
Some
bro,
yes.
eh?
Some yes, some
yes,
no.
Yeah.
So there are some that are near
There's
miss.
no promise you earn something just like that.
Wait. So I want to know, you spend 5 figure on a project, you get the people to come down, you show them and everything, you follow up, they ghost you. So in the end, they never buy from you. And then that month, you just burn money. Like 7
It
months.
happened before, to be honest.
Okay.
I think we are closest, so we still managed to close other projects to actually make up for the loss from that particular project in the end. So the overall is still a win situation.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's talk about this Jetscape 1808 that you closed lah.
Okay.
Okay, the typical questions that we're gonna ask you lah, huh? How did it happen? Where did this buyer come from? Tell us the story.
It's a friend referral, to be honest. I mean, it's not
okay.
I'm
So
trying to
not
hide
not
anything.
internet marketing,
Yeah.
It's
Not true. It's
friend referral.
Right. So
Okay.
they were holding on to HDB 5 room.
What kind of friend refer to you?
Basketball friend.
Basketball friend.
Basketball. We have a
Basketball
group
friend.
who actually play together regularly.
Okay.
So he's one of them. So refer this friend to me.
Refer the friend to
sell,
you. Okay.
And then when I met them
To sell.
to sell,
Sell
first, the intention was to sell the HDB flat and then
Which
buy
one?
something
Which one?
later.
Which HDB flat? Is it?
It's not there because
Oh, then okay. Go.
previous month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sell
So-
HDB again,
Sell first.
Sell HDB
Yes.
and then buy Jetscape, just like his case,
You think I can play basketball or not?
You can, bro. Why?
Huh?
Bro.
PlayStation, yes.
Yeah, I
为什
see
么要
he
问这种
play
问题？
basketball. He asked, he play basketball can get 70,000.
Yeah. Oh, we
So
are.
I play basketball.
Sometimes they
should
play
also get
basketball, they need
70,000
the people to pick the ball, one, ma. Hey, you know lah, bro.
By the way, Eia Basketball Club, we welcome more members to join us on board.
Yeah.
Leon, 讲很久了。
Basketball club 啊。
鞋子买了没有 ？He's angry. So when I first met them, that was after CB lah. So they
After circuit breaker, so
yeah,
probably
yeah,
about
after
June.
circuit breaker. June, yes.
Hmm?
So they indicated to me that they wanted to sell the flat and then probably looking at the resale condo near
Resale condo.
in Bukit Timah area. Because they want it to be within 1 click to a good school. So
Okay.
they're looking at other projects like the Nexus, and
Nexus.
probably Maplewood.
All
Maplewood.
the stretch lah.
Along
So
with that stretch.
Cascadia, Maplewoods, the
Yes,
area.
that
Okay.
stretch.
So
Okay.
how do you manage to swing them?
Until
Yeah.
Jetscape.
After Jetscape, from Bukit Timah, you downgrade them to Thompson.
I sit them down and I analyze from my experience of selling new launches. I told them that actually you look at it this way. if you buy a resale condo, I mean, you're entering at a price point. But then if you buy a new launch, you are entering at the same price level as other buyers. So chances are that it will appreciate in the next 5 to 10 years, which can be proven historically and statistically that new launch always outperform resale in the first 5 to 10 years in most of the time. So I told them that instead of buying a resale where you have to spend more on renovation, spend more on other things, why don't you get a new launch? And since you can afford to wait, you're not in a hurry to move in, why don't you get a new launch? And then we do have choices in the market that will meet your requirements. So I showed them a few projects like Sterling Residences, like Jscape, and we go even as far as we did look at treasures as well. So in the end, they thought that Jscape is not bad a choice after all. So and then we analyzed as well, and there were good schools in the vicinity to Jscape as well. So in the end, let's go for it.
So was it hard to actually get them to commit to that unit, or was it like let's come down to the paperwork?
Funny part. We actually zoomed down to one of the units that was available. That was located in another block, top floor unit. So on that very day that they decided to go ahead with the deal, right? So I still remember there was a Sunday evening, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. They called me, hey, 杨信，我们要买这间了。我说，哇，来了，
不是跟你买。
Wow, that would be my sad story today. Get ready, tissue paper. So they told me, okay, I wanted this unit, another block, top floor. So I quickly call up the DD in Jscape. I go, my buyer is ready to proceed. So what do I need to do? They say, you hang on first. Let me check availability from developer. Then 5 minutes later, they call me back. Another agent is eyeing that unit as well, and they are there. They're already getting a check. Then I was thinking,真的吗? Where got so 巧问? We be eyeing that unit for like almost 1 to 2 months, and then suddenly at the last moment when we are ready to book, you mean somebody else is looking at it at the same time, and then they are just like an hour ahead of us. So then I was a bit young, of course. So I called the DD and verified again. And then 5 minutes later, he called me back and said, they're actually getting the check for that unit. Wow, then no choice. I quickly go back to my buyer and tell them, hey, sorry, you have to be even faster. Are you able to give me the check now? They say, but I mean, just let me know whatever we can do now to secure that unit. So then take the check. And I say, okay, give us a moment. Then to be honest, at that moment, I was a bit, I was in fear of losing that deal.
Why is that so? Because there are so many other units at Jscape. They really
precisely they wanted that unit because of feng shui reason.
Oh, okay.
The facing, the level, the
so
unit
plus
number.
minus 1 level, so there is a. Oh, so they don't want already.
They don't want.
So only that unit.
Yeah.
So it's a make or break. 70,000 or zero.
Okay, that unit they were looking at is a top floor unit. So then I try to find reasons to convince them not to like the unit so that I can still close another unit.
Okay.
So then I go back and look at the floor plan and ask the DD. They say that, hey, on top of that unit, there's a water tank. Then I draw it out on the floor plan. I told them that, 你要再想多一次. Do you want to hear weird noise in the evening or not? Now it's 7月, imagine. So the water tank is on top of the master bedroom. Told them that, do you want that to happen to you? Think about it. There's another unit on the opposite block, also high floor, that you can also consider. 再想多一次. Then 10 minutes later, I think half an hour later, told me that, okay, if it's fate that we can't take this unit, we will go for that second unit. Then I was like, wow, such a relief. Yeah, no, I will close already.
The unit. Sell down the unit.
Yes. Because I have to be prepared. If they really can't take this unit and they were so dead set for that unit, if I get it, then there goes my cup already.
So then the other unit, they also need to check the feng shui, right?
According to them, same facing, similar level, it is okay.
Right.
So that's the only, I would say that's the second best choice for them, no? The other unit on the opposite block.
Yeah, I think I know why. What's the mistake already? You never give ang pao to the feng shui master.
I did try.
You did try, but he don't. He refused, right?
Yeah.
But always offer.
So the next day when I went down, can I continue?
Yeah, sure.
Next morning we went down. I came down at 9 a.m. in the morning. I was waiting for paperwork. Then I saw the other agent closing that unit that they want.
So it's legit lah.
Really, it
okay,
was true.
It's real lah. Okay.
So I told them that you miss out by 1 hour. Yeah. So it happens. So the next time round, I always share the same story with other buyers that you see. It did happen. It can happen to you. If you miss out now, you may really miss out on your best choice unit in the project. So take action now. Yeah. So that's
Nice.
how the case was closed.
And
没有
subsequently, you actually closed like a lot of other new launches, like two others, one other at One Pearl Bank, and the other at Treasure at Tampines. So were they also your friends?
The Treasure at Tampines, actually, Chu is another referral from the same group of.
Oh, so
Basketball
friends,
again.
yeah.
No wonder
Basketball
you like
again.
to play basketball.
I need to play basketball. Confirm. Yeah, let's go back. Don't go gym
That's how I
already.
sprained my
Yeah,
ankle.
waste time.
No lah, Muay Thai also got lead what. Wow.
The surprise to pay how I injured my ankle.
Yeah. So wait, so you're saying the treasures also come from basketball referral.
Yeah.
One per bank?
Uncle Bank is a long time client, long time. I happen to know.
Then which one is from internet marketing?
Sad to say, none of them. For this two days.
讲到这么多 never even earn a single cent from your marketing.
For this few.
So you earn
Internet marketing
you
cannot do one
you
lah.
spend so much money.
That was in the past, ma. That was in
Right,
the past.
right. Okay. So, but you did close that through internet marketing and broke even already lah, I suppose.
Yeah, actually we did make some lah. Yeah.
Okay, so there's some profit that you made from internet marketing lah. Okay. So
Actually, you asked me, guys. My point is very simple. I back to your Jadescape deal lah. Of course, how do we normally solve all this? It's very simple. You see, recently I've got a friend of my secondary school friend. So want to buy a Newton area resale condo. Okay, so because of school, right? So Newton areas, Viva or Park Infinia, confirm is because of ACS. The two ACS as well as SGI, right? So of course, I see that the price is about $2,000 per square foot resale. Okay, so generally, what do you want to close?
The high con one.
Which one?
What are the condos you mentioned?
Park Infinia, Viva, Cyan. So what condo can you close?
Resale, right?
Yeah lah. So what do you want to close?
highest com lah.
Yeah, what?
Ask from the Khor first
No. You want to swing? You want to swing to a new launch?
So Royal
nearby,
Green, 4th Avenue.
No, SGI.
SJI.
Pullman,
Huh?
5 Derby Shire.
Yeah,
New
and
at Novena.
and Copper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see the okay, of course my friends are all professionals, bankers, banking people lah. So I think say so much never really hit them until one thing, which this is a very fact that I think it works even for your case. Do you know Park Infinia people go in at how much? Back then, Park Infinia, you know where now? Park Infinia at Renam.
Resale now is about 1.7 to 1.8.
No, 119 2,000.
Okay, that was probably the latest transaction.
Sure.
Yeah, I
But
saw
do you
the
know last
one-
time the problem? I said there's a problem. They asked me what? Last time, do you know how much people go in?
How long ago?
700 plus 800. Don't need to care how long. Since history. People don't know the problem with buying a resale property, guys. It's the same old story, and it's the truth. It's inside the whole community of the Park Infinite Renam. There's people at 750, 850, 950. You buy at 8,000, 8,009, 2,000. This person buy 800, sell at 1,005, still make money. You are the highest. You need to move for people. That's why in Singapore, during our PwC, we share. People will buy Queen's condo versus buying Commonwealth Tower. Queen's until today, 5 years later, you buy what price? It's the same price. Even though back then, 5 years ago, Queen's and Commonwealth Tower disparity is 35%. Disparity. And when people want to buy old condo like my friend, what is the main reason? Big law, ready to move in law. But how big is still old facility? How nice it is still not as nice as the new one. Yes, of course, buying Pullman or buying Copper, they need to probably rent first or go somewhere first, which is why you need to come out with a reason for them to make this sacrifice. And I said so many things, all didn't hit the G spot, except this part that the people.
G spot. You just said G
Yep,
spot, right?
G-spot lah, hit the G-spot. That is G-spot.
Speed spot.
Whatever, as long as you understand. You see, that is the problem with Singapore. I ask you, do you think Singapore sometimes is very weird? Driving a 3-year-old car, people say, I am having an old car. You go to just across Malaysia and every other country, including China, People, you see cars that are 20, 30 years old, right? That you never see in Singapore, still on the road, right? But that's a Singaporean habit. We are just like that. A property that is 5 years old is old. Buying from developer and buying from owner is just, the developer is not a human. No one earn my money. Buying from you, wow, you buy $800, I buy 1,008, you earn my money, I not sure. So there's this culture in Singapore, which is so important. It's true. So this thing really make my friend change her mind. So of course, ultimately, the truth be told, we go to, I mean, how much can you give me if you're like, Nicole, can you co-broke your Park Infinia? How much com, 0.5, see? Wow. Oh, Miko, you look nicer. Miko, you look nicer. How much com, Miko? 1%, see? Steady. Okay. No matter how, my point is, no, guys, my point is still 1%, guys. But you go to copper, how many percent now? Two each, right?
Two.
Right? Two each, right? Two man?
Four.
But of course, then I got one more point I spotted. How much is copper now? You still covered 2003, 2004 lah. 2000 to 2004, how many percent disparity? 18%, 19%, 20% max disparity. By right, disparity nowadays have reached about 40% already for most projects. So this project still got, copper still got room to run until it's 40% disparity. Why? Because recently sales slowed down. It's a fact. I use this to tell my friends, sales slowed down. But will sales still stay slow forever? I show her Chorus, Normanton. Normanton is 1/3 sold. I told my friend. But do you know it's almost fully sold for average project? How many units does Kelvin have? 600 plus. Right? Key, 600 plus. If it's Key, it's 100% sold. But it's Normanton is 1/3 because the blind project got 1,008. Chorus 65% sold. EC is moving very well. So my point is very simple. I seldom see you guys at new launches day one hang around. With client, of course, except Lim. With client or without client, I felt all of you should always be interested to hang around day one sales, so that even if you got close sales, you close sales. You can tag, you can be. I mean, if not, you bring yourself down to get associated and to get updated with stories that can help you close other deals. I just felt sometimes as a businessman, as an agent, you must be business minded. You must know how to elevate yourself. Making yourself seen in the day one of the last 3 launches, from Chorus to the Park Central to Normanton, really, of course, is to support the DD that is in charge, or support, but importantly is to be seen as popular with the most popular launch, and you're in advance in trend with real estate, and that's why referral will call you, because social media is very viral. But I just felt sometimes agents just can't or don't want to be, that don't see all these things. Of course, if they take this opportunity, I just want to remind myself and everyone listening, this is how you should run your business. Of course, if you got a closing to be do, go out there. I don't want to see you here. Go. If you got a viewing, get out of here, go and see. But if you got no viewing and no closing, where else you want to be? The coffee shop having coffee, or you want to be here, or at home sleeping? I'd rather be here, even if I don't make money. Because this environment will simulate my positiveness to see things, storyline, be seen, be heard, and to showcase marketing. I mean, think about it. Be a marketer. Most importantly, all of us today doing this business, we must be, to be a good agent, you must be a good businessman. To be a good businessman, you must be a good marketer. All right? That's all I can get from your sharing. But Jetscape, I think it's a very good project that everyone is pushing their client down. I don't think it's such a difficult project to close. Importantly, the com is good, right? How much is that?
Forgot.
I think what 3, 4,
3%,
4%, right? Or something.
3 point something.
Ah.
4% is for the 1 bedroom.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. And of course, you spot. I mean, Yang Sing spotted it right to speak for us a lot of things. New launch definitely changed the outlook of your sales career lah. I mean, I can see.
It did.
Do you want to talk about this a bit? How new launch changed the you're 8 years agent, right?
Yeah.
How new launch this decision to venture in together with either Danny or without Danny, it changes your outlook and your performance and your whole dimension of this real estate career, right? I mean, for me as an outsider, or I saw this.
I would say before the wave of new launches, new launch comp was typically like for EC 0.3%, 0.6%.
Yeah, sure.
The highest would be like 1.2.
That
So
was
so
olden days, huh?
yeah. Back in those days, it wasn't that attractive for me to venture into it. So but then chance upon this internet marketing course by David Chong. So I went to it with Danny together. So we
Yeah.
came out, we learned something new. We thought that since we've learned, why don't we just apply? Because the 80-20 rule always apply. Even if you attend any course, chances are that if you don't apply, you forget whatever you've learned very fast.
I find too many agents. I mean, you guys can speak for yourself whether do you agree with what I say. I find too many agents are too anal and too on it and too hard up about leads generation, lead gen. The Google lah, the pay ads lah, they're too into this, going pay tens of thousands to get people to teach them, which is not wrong, but I felt overdue already. But I felt the most important is actually never about lead gen. It's always about lead conversion. Today, can you convert? Today, this is what I shared, what I did to my friend. That is a typical lead conversion. Say the right thing to change people's mind to agree. You know, lead conversion. I felt too much on tension is on lead gen. This lead gen is very simple one. Honestly, bro, none of your case close is from your lead gen that you go and learn from master. Not saying it's no use, but you know what I mean? But it may come back as a reward another time. But you could close all these deals because you were able to do lead conversion. And lead conversion is all the stats that we have done for them. Remember the statistics, how we use, why should you buy now in COVID? Why freehold is better than leasehold? Why how transformation can help you? Why old prices, new prices, disparity. These are all the decks that we have as an agent that we must have in our pocket. Hey, are you listening or not?
Comfortable to listen to you.
Yeah. So that's my point. I find in 2021, if you want to do well in this very turbulent market, lead conversion is a skill set you must have. In your iPad, in your phone, you must have different decks, which is called PDF or slides or PPT. I don't know what you call that. Like call it decks that you can comfortably throw that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slides, not the whole jinken that Marcus do a talk, you 300 slides. You can digest that. But it's that 5 slides that you steal from inside, change it to your own decks. That means inside your pocket, you must have decks to convert HDB buyer to new launches. They must have decks to convert resale condo to new launch. Why? That decks, right? Like example, converting a resale buyer to a new launch buyer. You show, oh, see, Park Infinia, my friend want to buy it, but it's at 2,000, people buy $800. That's why, this and that. Then you give Queens and Commonwealth Tower. That's why like that. That's why now you must buy this, not this. So all of us must have decks in our pockets. That can be 5, 10, 15 slides, and sometimes repeated here and there. And every time you attend a new training, it's still 2 slides put in this deck. Still 1 slide put in that deck. When I update that month, you change, you delete. You must be like that. You must have your own version of a deck. Not that we give you REAS, Kelvin give you hundreds of slides, Bjorn give you hundreds of slides. You won't use one because you don't remember. You must take out. So of course I urge REAS, 4 of us have given you lots of deck updated. You should really go and use it to take out and make into things to convert. Lead conversion. It's never about lead gen. Yes, I'm not saying lead gen is not wrong. It's wrong. But it is dead one. Pay Google money, try luck, put some things. Of course, there are skill sets involved, don't get me wrong. But lead conversion, it is going to get you your diamond. If you ever want to come back here again, yeah, even you always come back. If you ever want to come back here again, I tell you, lead conversion so important. I call it pitching. Pitching like how you pitch people. Pitch me an idea. Pitch me how to sell this pen, So pitching is very important. Okay, but all thanks to Yang Sing because of the case. Sorry, I got to share this because you inspired me to share this. Thanks to your case. Right. So back to Bjorn on the next person.
After hearing Yang Sing talk, I really want to play basketball. You have a deck to convert basketballers to buy new.
We have a ladder, bro.
I don't need ladder. I need taller shoes. Okay, so after this, enough about new launches. Let's see. still new launch actually.
Yeah.
Okay. So Andrew, you've been very quiet at the corner. Yeah, tell us more about yourself.
Okay, for myself, right, I actually have been doing sales for the past 15 years before joining this industry. lah.
You've been
So-
a salesman for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Wait, before that, how much your monthly salary? 2000 2000
last drawn or last drawn before I come here lah?
Last drawn
About 5K?
5k, wow, 4k, 3k, 5k. Use hand, right?
No, I use mouth.
Use mouth also.
Use
Use mouth 5k,
Yeah,
underpaid,
that's
no?
why you really say use mouth better.
Yeah, underpaid, no, really underpaid. 5k underpaid. Okay, so what were you doing? Sales as what?
Okay, I was doing retail sales. Then after
Yeah.
that, I went on to relocation sales. And then after which, IT sales.
Okay, so,
So-
relocation sales is to relocate expats or
Yes, relocate expats and their household artifacts from overseas to Singapore, even Singapore outwards.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So why I eventually stepped into this industry, the story actually quite funny one.
how funny?
Uh,
Sure can laugh one, huh?
confirm laugh one, bro.
Okay, come.
Okay, because
me
what happened was I was selling my place back then. So a friend recommended me an agent lah. So this
Okay.
agent is actually Kenny lah.
Okay.
So
Very funny, really. Oh my god, this is so funny. Oh my god, this is gonna get funny, man. Seriously.
No, okay, so
Let's
so
talk
what
about Kenny
happened? What happened was Kenny managed to sell my place. Then after that, basically I had to because I'm a very good
Wait,
seller.
Kenny got do HDB one, meh?
He got.
He
For
got
me,
do HDB one,
he
ah?
do, bro.
Okay, only for you
yeah,
lah.
for
You
me he
face
do.
lah, you do lah.
Yeah, so what happened was he sold my place. Then I had to find another place, ma. So I actually went through Guru. I shortlist everything sent to him. No, I do his work for him, eh.
Okay.
Then
So you
after
do
that,
the shit work, but then
uh,
he just come in and close the deal.
he just called him and arranged viewing only lah.
Okay, so was he there or not for the viewing?
Yeah, he was
Okay,
there.
not bad already,
He was there,
what?
not bad. He was
Yeah,
there,
not bad already, what?
So after that, after the whole thing was done, then he billed me for the commission, ma.
Okay.
Then
How much he bill you? How much percent?
20 over K lah, total.
To purchase 20 over K.
Sell and buy.
Or sell and buy 20 over
Yeah.
K, okay lah.
So to me, it took probably about maybe 2-3 months. 2-3 months. Yeah, because I was asking for quite a ridiculous price lah, but he managed to get it lah. Yeah. But what triggered me was I think I did more work than him lah.
Okay.
But then he billed me 20 over K. So
Okay.
I a bit tilt lah. So I asked him,
Okay.
I also want to find out more about this industry. You
Okay.
think I cut out to do real estate? Because I've been doing sales for 15 years.
Right.
Yeah, so that's where he just urged
So
me,
you're
like,
not happy, you give him 20K, you think that you can earn
don't
much
say
more
not
than
happy
that lah.
lah.
But I ask you, touch your heart, you happy or not?
Quite happy, bro.
Quite happy to give, right?
Yeah.
Because you give already, you get back already, what?
And then today I see him.
Yeah, that's why you sit here today.
Hey,
If you
hey,
never give the time,
hey,
you won't
really?
get no.
I want to reenact, leh.
So
Yes,
he
yes.
sell your house, earn your money, then now you help him earn money.
Hey, let's say, bro.
Yeah, not bad, what? Actually not bad,
Not bad. He
Wow.
got good deal. He got good deal.
Yeah, good deal,
he got
good deal, good deal.
No,
really.
he recommended you to the best real estate group in Singapore.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, so it was, so that was what happened. So for me, I always toyed with the idea of coming to real estate, but I just didn't have the courage to leap in because
courage, yes.
I was drawing, I wouldn't say a high salary, but
But
pretty
a stable pay, you
pretty
know,
comfortable.
yeah.
And
just
I
comfortable
go in
enough.
office once a month only.
So once a month you go there to just collect paycheck and go
Yeah.
home.
No, they bank into my bank account. I go there show face only.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
once a month. Okay.
Eh.
Okay.
No, but to me it was there's a cap to what I could earn lah. So I realized that although I was comfortable, there has to be a point of time where I need to bite the bullet and try to see, because commitments only grow over time, you see. So although I'm not married, I don't have kids, I have a car to pay. So the truth is, even if I'm alone and I drive a car now, eventually I'll upgrade. So expenses will go up. Eventually I'll buy a house, expenses will go up. So commitments will only grow over time. So I felt that
How old are you, know?
yeah, same as Kenny.
Same as Kenny's what?
34.
34 this year. 34, yeah. So what I felt was commitments will only grow lah. It will not lessen. The only way it will lessen is if you are retired lah. But I'm not near that age yet ma. I haven't earned enough to retire yet lah, basically.
Okay.
So I realized that I had to bite the bullet lah, and take this leap of faith to actually come into this industry. And to be honest, probably about 2-3 years in, I never.
Hey, you
regretted
both
lah.
about the same age, in real estate.
Yeah, about there. But he kicked to earn money, I talked to earn money lah. A
Okay,
bit different.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, so what happened was there are definitely challenges when you come into this industry. Earning this 6-figure income wasn't really easy. And to be honest, at the beginning of it, when I first spoke to that client, right, it was something that I would think that it wouldn't even be possible lah. Reason being because they just engaged me to sell their flat, a HDB flat at Bedok. So they engaged me to sell a HDB flat in Bedok. Initially, their plan was they would just buy another resale.
Hey, but the Bedok wasn't here, leh. I don't see
That
the.
previously,
Previous
before
month
they
lah.
committed, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they,
Andrew, we
yeah.
got questions here.
yeah.
Hey, we heard you're single, and then you sell
No,
a HDB.
I'm not married.
Yeah.
I'm not married.
But
Yeah, it's my
you sell a
parents' place.
HDB.
It's my parents' place.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, very curious.
Yeah, my parents' place, not mine, not mine.
What are you curious about? He's curious about his marital status because he owns a HDB, but then he's below 35. So that's the reason why they ask, right?
For the people.
Singapore government not easy to cheat on, no choice. Yeah. So yeah, as I was sharing, so what happened was they sold their resale flat. They wanted to buy another resale flat, and then the brother is actually taking a BTO. So the whole family will leave to a BTO. The sister would actually buy a resale flat and rent it out. That was their initial plan. So after following up with them and helping them market their unit and conditioning them, speaking to them over the past couple of months in the process of selling the place, I actually asked her what was her reason for looking into a resale flat.
Okay.
Because she
And
was
you
saying-
managed to convince her to actually purchase something else.
Yeah. In the end, she went on to purchase a new launch.
Yeah, precisely. So okay, if assuming right, we follow this game plan right to just move into the BTO, buy a resale flat, how much will you have earned?
You would probably earn more passive income.
No, as in for you.
Or
as
for
the
me,
agent. Yeah.
Not enough to sit here lah.
About
Okay.
Probably I go back and do my full-time job, earn more lor.
10K less than that lah.
Probably 10 to 15K.
10 to
10 to
15 lah.
15K,
10
yeah.
to 15. But after closing this,
Just from this particular deal
Yeah.
itself, right? About 70K.
not bad lah.
Oh, 70K,
70K,
yeah.
70K, 14 months pay, not bad already. You should be very happy already, right or not?
Hey, you also dear Andrew here, he closed Treasure to a very unique seller buyer for 08 and 09. It means up and down both units.
Yep.
Okay, tell us about the story.
Okay. So initial plan was my HDB seller wanted to sell their place,
Yeah.
buy another resale to rent out. Her two friends, which are twins lah, basically, also wanted to do the same. So total, I would have probably helped serve 3 of them to buy 3 resale units. That was the initial plan that they had.
Yes.
But to me, it's I actually asked them what was the rationale behind purchasing the resale units. To me, it's not about because I can't possibly just force them into a direction, and then after which you'll face more resistance that way. So I tried to identify what was the rationale behind it, and they said they wanted the passive income.
Okay.
I said okay, but other than that, for the first 5 years you can't rent out the whole unit. You only can rent out rooms, if you buy a resale. So in a way that you're exchanging time at the expense of potential gains lah.
Yep.
So I said, why don't you all take a look at new launch, because that's where there's capital appreciation and you get your rental yield as well.
Yep.
So I told her, I said, why don't we just go to Treasure, take a look first, because to me it's no harm, just go and see uni. So my client brought the friends the twins down. They want to take a look. They saw Treasure, they saw Penrose, because at the point of time Penrose just launched as well. So we managed to secure a slot, go down and take a look. After seeing a few show flats, right, they went back to Treasure. They realized that the layout was good, the price was good.
Yep.
And they had a little bit of objections in a sense
Like
that unit density,
Okay.
rentability,
Yeah.
capital appreciation, which I addressed because to me, it's end of the day,
How do you address?
mm,
How do you address the size?
the size as in the
They,
density
they,
of
they,
the unit.
they,
Right?
they are
Okay,
concerned about the
maybe
density,
you can
right?
share with us, right? What's the common objections for somebody to actually accept Treasures?
Well, let's talk about that buyer lah.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
the
So number one
okay,
objective
they-
objection is the density,
Yes,
which is
the
they feel
density.
Treasure is too big lah. How big ah? 1,008?
About that. 2,000.
2,000
units, yeah.
Okay. So how do you overcome that objections?
Okay. I agreed to disagree lah. So
Agree to
basically, what
disagree,
I
yeah.
told them is that honestly, when I
Yeah.
first saw the project,
Yes.
there's only one way in It was a loop, the
Yes.
original road lah. So to
Yes.
me, it's based on that, I myself wouldn't look at that project
Yes.
because the road itself as is already very packed.
Correct.
So
That
with-
Street 11.
Yes. So now with this development, it's going to be worse. But however, the developer actually did an additional road
Yes.
from PIE
Yes.
in
Out to the other
and
side.
out. So and out is both PIE Tuas and Changi.
Sure.
So that actually solves the problem. So but the next
Do
thing
they buy
say is that yeah, as in they agreed on that,
Okay.
but it still doesn't solve the issue of
Then rentability.
the density. They haven't
Density.
solved yet.
Haven't solved.
Yeah, but to me
Okay.
it's because it's so dense, the maintenance fee is very low.
Very low. Okay.
3-bedroom, $180.
So plus and minus. Okay.
No,
cool.
it's as good as living in a HDB flat, ma. HDB flat, your season parking 110, your conservancy $70.
Yeah. Okay.
So to me, I'm selling them this safety net as well.
Mm.
It's not just today you buy a condo, yes, but
Safety net.
if
Yes.
all else fails, you can move in and just stay. You don't really go out of your pocket because it's essentially like in a HDB flat. It's the same kind of maintenance in terms of season parking and conservancy.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one concern. The next was the rentability.
Rentability. I mean, it's a correct concern, ma. If you are buying a 2,000 over unit condo, next time got how many? How many bedrooms did you buy?
2 plus study.
How many of such coming out? And then do we have so much tenant? It's a very logical objection.
Yep.
So how do you overcome that?
Tenants always love new things.
Tenants
So
always love
most
new things.
end of the day, if they're paying the same price and they can get something newer, they don't really care. They have no loyalty. They'll just switch over. And on top of that, Treasure is like 8 minutes away to Simei MRT, sheltered walkway. So it will attract its own pool of tenants as well.
Okay.
So that basically address their concern in terms of the rentability and the unit density as well.
What other concerns do they have? Objections?
Other than these two main concerns, capital appreciation was also a concern.
Cap appreciation, yeah.
So my pitch to them was simply because you have to understand that in Tampines area, the people that are buying are working class people.
Sure.
So working class people, they work so hard to earn the money. When they buy something, say for example at $1 million,
Yes.
do you think they'll sell below 1 million?
Yes.
They wouldn't. Right? They will
Okay.
probably sell it. Worst case scenario, they sell at the same amount or higher. So in terms of you losing money on such a project, I think it's very unlikely. But when you're talking about, say, maybe District 9, 10, 11, to these people, it's a little bit different. They might not even touch their CPF to make the purchase. That's one. Secondly, to them, liquidity is more important. Anytime they need to liquidate, they will liquidate at a loss because they know that they can make that money back elsewhere. That's the reason why they need to liquidate certain assets. But for working class people, it's very, very different. So when it comes to the heartlands and all, this was what my pitch to them was. And it apparently addressed their concern as well. So actually, after all that, they were ready to commit already.
You see, I hope everyone still remember during REAS, of course, I talk about my segment. I talk about a couple of keywords that I felt as a real estate agent in 2020 and beyond, you need to use this couple of keywords. When you sell a project, you always got to talk about with your clients about entry price, land cost, developer's profit margin, safe entry by this judgment. If you can go on some more, remember we talk about what? Exit strategy, exit price. And when you talk about exit price of the clients, right? If you can profit well, it makes a customer feel more safe to go in, right? So now the customer is talking about exit strategy. And there's one particular example that I use for my slides, which is very useful. You could have used that. Tanah Merah GLS. You see, Singapore, it's a very predictable country. Exit strategy is always because mainly due to a future land price that the government is going to release through a GLS, or if not, it's going to come from a en bloc. And we just been through an en bloc cycle in 21/7/18. So agents must have knowledge about that cycle because it helps you in here now. Right? Look at all the disparity, market price, and the en bloc price for that whole of projects in 2018, especially. All premium. And at that point, we know that the developers got launch at premium, which is today this premium. So this is going to repeat itself again. If a Tanah Merah GLS is going to be at how much? Break even? 1,008 to break even, right?
No.
1,007, 1,008 break even to sell. That's called break even. Okay? And the profit is only about $200. It's definitely going to happen. And another thing that I talk about during my slide, the important thing you got to ask your buyer, the treasures one, this one. How many people bid for the land? 15. Who won the bid? Who won the bid? No. Who won the Tanah Merah bid?
MCC.
Yes, then I purposely say because you're China client developer, rich ma, anyhow buy ma. Who's number 2? People always miss out this. Number 2 is Hong Leong. How close? That close. Is it only that sucker that beat the price, the rest are very far away. No, it's only that little bit difference. That means everyone agree this is going to be the future price. And do you agree with me as a developer, they need to see future in order to survive in Singapore? So the future has been seen by the $1 million company for you. You don't need to see. Because you can see, they also can see. They already saw, can go in. That's why they go in. The developer got to move in future, right? Then you talk about previously all the chain of GLS prices, how it changes from the one that Brad project called Grandeur Park to how last time when we launched our other older condo Optima and all that thing. Okay, but all these things are, of course, it's what I'm talking about. It's the sales conversion. But of course, you still close the deal, Andrew. You still close the deal, but not every time we are so easy. So we need more stuff. We need more pitch. Okay, so this concept of things is actually repeated throughout the last 2 years by 4 of us. I just really hope all agents can put in your effort to not only attend, but to really jot down and take note and engrave it and use it. It's a sales pitch that is so useful. But we just hope everyone can realize that. Okay, the Tanah Merah is the best story to use for the next 3 years. Because no other GLS. Tanah Merah break even at 1,008. Makes no sense that you don't buy treasures or jetscape or any projects. Right? Okay? Cool? Understand? Yep. So that's how we should roll out. More concise. Right? But I guess for diamonds over here, we are not looking at one. Can I ask first time? First? Okay. Can I say how many times? Few times? A few times? Few times? First time sit, first time. Okay, never mind. Hey, don't worry. Okay. So really, brother, I really want to tell you this: consistency is possible, right? Learn from all these things, and I learn from one another. We also learn from each other how to improve ourselves, so that we can come back more and more to be a diamond. Okay, cool. That's all I check. Okay, back to you, Bjorn.
Okay, so wow, next one I need to drink my magic water already. Drink water. Oh, magic water. Drink magic water. Okay. Hi, Miko. 我们讲华语可以吗？你可以讲英文吗？哦，可以啊。OK，你可以参参啊哦。
哦，参参 OK。
Half You're Singaporean already ah?
I'm Singaporean.
Okay, got buy property already not?
Singapore passport.
Buy property already not?
Yeah.
Bought already ah? Buy where? Buy
I'm
three.
I'm planning to buy a second property. So.
All right, man, that's good. Yeah, it's very important to actually see that somebody who have just converted into our Singapore citizen, right? Having faith in Singapore.
I think more than 5 years ago.
Not bad. Yeah. Okay, so Miko, tell us who you are.
Okay, I'm Miko. I've been in Singapore for like 20 years. Stay here. I will study here. After that, I do accountant for accountant.
Oh, then you use brain one. I think about 6,000
No. At that time was like more than 15 years ago. So
Okay.
the salary is only like 3,500.
Oh, 3,500.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I work in DFS Global Finance. So there's staff discount. So that's why I work for this company. So after that, I joined real estate. Till now is more than 10 years. Now it's more than 10 years. Yeah, in this real estate market.
Nico is Nico, okay? Don't get confused, okay? Nico is Nico, Miko is Miko. That is Kiko. Okay, anyway. So I think when we talk about Miko, I don't know about you guys, but her name is always been around as a top achiever, recognized in ERA. Really.
Thank you.
So today, of course, happy to have you here to share with us about your deals, right? And of course, maybe you can share your own purchase as well. So I leave it to how Bjorn's going to.
Actually, there's nothing much to talk about Nicole, because December, I realized that December has been a really good month for her. And basically, she celebrated Christmas, New Year, then basically just closed 2 deals, 150,000 only. Yeah, so quite relaxed. Was a quite relaxed
Yeah,
month,
quite
right?
relaxed. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I see people, wow, they work so hard, 100 over thousand. You done 2 deals also 100 over thousand. Tell me how you did that, man.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the deal is one
One
per bank.
One per bank,
One
correct.
per
Which is
bank.
almost
Yeah.
100,000 commission.
Yeah.
Yes. I know this client like 6 months ago.
Okay.
So we it's a lady client.
Okay.
So we went for coffee, afternoon tea.
Okay.
Then at that time I didn't treat her as a client. Then we are just friends.
Okay.
Then after that she wants to because she rent property in Singapore. So the lease expires, so she wants to rent another place. So at that time I help her to find another rental listing. So I brought her for viewing like almost 2 months for I think more than 10 viewings. So after 2 months, then she just told me that she want to, because her current landlord has another property, so she wants to rent the property with the landlord directly. So at that time I didn't receive any commission. So she asked me, maybe I can pay you some commission for this deal because you follow up for almost 2 months.
And then
I
you
pay
said, no, too little, I don't want.
no,
was
I
it?
said because I didn't help her to sign this contract. So I said no. I said I just help you. So if you want to renew with your current landlord, then
So basically,
no
you'll be doing the
problem.
paperwork for them for free.
Yeah,
Okay.
everything is for free.
Okay.
So after that, I didn't thought that she can buy any property in Singapore. So I just randomly sent her some information about, at that time was Landmark was launching.
But why would you send her information when you don't even know whether she can buy?
Because I think because she paid for the rental and the rental is very high. So I
Oh,
think
okay.
she, instead of paying the rental, buying a property is more reasonable.
So you okay to share like where is she renting?
At that time she was staying at Dry Court
Oh,
near
record.
Ardmore.
Okay.
Then she moved to Newton,
Okay.
and the rental is like 6 to 7 thousand per month. So I just share some new launch information to her. At that time, Landmark was launching, and I sent her some information. Then she told me, oh, maybe I can go and see the show flat. Then I just bring her to the show flat and take a look. Then we went through for the balloting. So at that time, the balloting number was not good because nowadays buying property, you need to base on your luck.
Yeah.
Now you want to buy, then you can
Yeah.
buy. You need to balloting, then the ballot number, everything. So the ballot number was not good. So at that time, her budget was only about like 2 million. So after Landmark, then she cannot get a very good ballot number. Then I just thought about one per bank because it's quite near. So I brought her to one per bank and take a look at the show flat. Oh, she said this project is very good with many the facilities is good with many greeneries and nearer to the MRT. So at that time she increased her budget from 2 million to 2.8 million.
Whoa. Oh, can I just increase one?
Yeah.
How do I increase? I also want to increase my budget. Leh.
And now
Okay.
she's going to buy another property. So
Wow.
yes.
Okay. Wow. Wow. I'm mind blown.
Mm.
How you get to know her again? Your tenant, right? You
Ma-
play basketball or yoga?
No, I'm learning tennis.
You're learning tennis. Wow,
I'm learning.
very, very hard. No, we have to go yoga, play basketball, and learn tennis. Okay.
No. Through friends referral.
Wow. Okay.
Most of my clients through friends referral.
Okay. Okay. So I'm curious. 2 million to 2.8 million is a very huge jump.
Okay,
Yeah.
for foreigner clients, I
Okay
think
lah, bro.
most important.
2 to 2.8 嘛。
Yeah, 2.8.
Yeah.
800,000 only 嘛，哈。
Yeah.
Yeah.
没事的。
没事没事没事。
有空我叫 Miko
800千而
带你
已。
出走走。
啊，没事。
I think for foreigner clients, the most important thing is not the budget. The most important thing is the feeling about the project.
Salesperson.
The feeling about the project. They concentrate about the feeling, the environment, the
The song ability.
facility. they like something with nice facilities. Because in China, some cities they cannot have a swimming pool because of the
Okay.
weather. They have winter. So in Singapore, the facilities is very important, and some of the clients they like sea view.
Mm.
Yeah. Because
China so big, not see the sea.
yes,
In the middle of the country, have to see the sea.
Oh, so come to Singapore must see our sea, our Teh sea.
Yeah. My Indian clients share with me. He said because you know what Indian like all the East Coast.
Why?
Because in India is so big, they hardly have anything. Even you got money, no sea one. So come to Singapore, it's an island. So to them, it's very attractive. That's what my client told me lah. My Indian client told me.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. So do you see the commission then you bring her go and see, or basically just really based
No,
on feel?
Not really based on feel because
Okay.
Landmark commission was lower than
Yeah,
mine.
yeah.
So I bring to Landmark first.
Okay.
For me, I don't really look at the commission percentage.
Okay.
You also, hey,
Hey, serious man, I look at commission percentage. You don't bluff me. I'm on the wrong page, you know? I really look at commission one.
不，我们是讲心的。
哦，是吗？OK，我是讲钱
heart
先
to
才讲
heart，
心耶，
我们没有
对不起耶。
讲钱的，OK。我妈妈
OK，OK
我妈妈教我
No
朋友
wonder
要
I've
用
been
心。
doing it wrong, no. If not, a few more times already,
我
no.
妈妈没有教你吗？
没有
做朋友
欸
要用心。
Okay, so was this one per bank deal, right? Related to this Scots Road deal?
No.
So meaning to say that next month you're going to close another one from her, lah.
Huh?
You'll be closing another unit from her because she's buying her second property, right?
She's going to buy another property.
So about there already,
Yes.
bigger one, like 3 million, 4 million.
Another one is for investment, so
Nick,
maybe
Nick, just
smaller
go
unit.
to Marina One, okay?
I also
Go
agree.
further.
I also agree go Marina one.
Marina
I like
One.
Marina One. Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
I also
only
like Marina one.
choice, a wise choice.
Yes,
然后说我们
yes.
不讲钱的
不
，OK? It's 4%，我们不讲钱。
Maybe if she like the west side, that got sea view, maybe can come to Twin View
打
also.
广告下。
Hey, have you guys seen the Marina One new show flat that is being ID up? Super nice, man. Money can buy you happiness. Marina One penthouse. Super nice. Miko, have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen Marina One. Yeah.
The penthouse, the one that ID up recently.
Oh, not yet. Not
We
yet.
ID up one penthouse with a lot of art pieces and a good ID.
Okay.
Should go and take a look.
Okay.
Investment come to one of Eden coming soon.
Yeah, one of it also not bad. lah. Not bad, not bad, yeah.
We look for high end one leh.
Yeah.
High end one.
So
I also
Miko,
have
tell
client
us
for,
more.
for one house Eden. Yeah.
Huh?
I also have client for
Yeah,
one
because
house
you
Eden.
sit
so
beside
that's
her,
why,
ma.
Yeah. So tell me more about this Orchard Scots unit that you
Wow,
actually
Orchard
sold
Scots
also.
eh.
Yeah, Orchard Scots is
Old
like,
school
wow,
project.
also quite a nice project.
Yes.
Far East.
Yeah.
Yes. But I know this client many years because is a Indonesian
Oh, a lot of
family. Indonesian family. So I settle for their property.
So you handle all their property
I
needs.
handle all their properties for
Okay.
Lose money.
more than.
You busy or not? You busy or not, Miko? Miko, are you
No.
busy or not?
No.
Busy can let me know. I can help you to
I'm not
handle the
busy.
property also.
Miko, did they lose money, the seller?
Yes. At that time, they didn't buy from me.
Oh.
That's why they
That's
deserve
why.
to lose
Wait,
money.
so wait. So they are
So that's
willing
why.
to
I
make
see
a
the say,
loss
I know
to
already.
actually sell this
Lose money.
property.
Yes. Actually, it's a fire sale.
How much? Quantum?
You mean the selling price?
The Orchard Scots, you serve seller or buyer?
Seller.
Seller.
Yeah.
What size and what price?
The size around
bedroom.
1,007.
Oh, 3 bedroom.
3 bedrooms.
How much?
Sell at 2.2.
What? 2.2
They-
million can buy
they
Orchard Scott.
They bought this property around 4 million.
Wow. How come they are willing to sell at such a low price?
Because they're
That
rich.
time- At that time, they bought this property more than 10
yeah.
years.
Okay.
10 years. At that time, I didn't know them,
Okay.
so they bought this property at
Oh,
very
Far
high, very high price.
But for Indonesians, they don't rent out their house one, right? So
They
it's
rent
empty.
out.
Oh, they rent out.
They rent
Okay,
out.
okay.
Because the family
Orchard Scots.
not in Singapore for a long time.
Okay.
Even before the lockdown, they
Okay.
went back to Indonesia. Then they cannot come to Singapore. They rent this unit for a few years already. So I help them to find for tenants. So they just suddenly tell me they want to sell this property within 1 month.
So I'm assuming that you really had a lot of viewings for a few weekends, and then suddenly just somebody, okay, this offer that I want to.
Yeah, a lot of viewing.
Huh?
This
For this
property
thing,
attracted a lot of viewing.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
a lot, right? A lot of calls.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they when they asked me to sell this property was during the lockdown.
Oh.
So at that time
wow.
I cannot conduct any viewing. So,
What's the
the
valuation?
valuation about this property is around 3 million.
3 million. Wow.
Yes, because they want to sell within 1 month.
So
Which
what?
color is that?
Huh?
There's a green, there's a brown.
The first
But
tower.
the condo actually quite nice.
Nice.
Yeah, the
Very
condo is-
nice.
But the problem is it's 99 years.
Yeah, then every day can go Newton Circles.
Yeah.
Yes,
Some
the location is very good.
ACS.
Yeah.
SJI, ACS, all there.
Location is very good. Yes, it's a good deal. Right?
Such a good deal.
Yeah.
And who was the one that actually bought this property from you?
Local client, Singaporean.
A Singaporean client.
Yeah.
Was it also your own client that bought
No,
this?
no, no.
So it's somebody that you didn't know.
Yes.
Wow.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh my God.
They didn't tell me because they are doing some business in Indonesia. So I think maybe
They need
because
money lah.
because of the pandemic,
Yeah.
they need some cash flow. They will need some.
The less you know, the better. Lah. Huh?
They need some cash flow, maybe. Yeah.
Then why didn't
But
they
anyways,
approach?
they have few properties.
Yeah. Why
So
didn't
this
they
is not
approach
the
you to
only
sell
one.
the rest of the property?
Hmm?
Why
Not yet,
didn't they
not yet.
approach you to sell the rest of the properties
Not
in
yet.
Singapore?
They have few properties in Singapore. So I helped them to sell one of the unit. I think 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
So now they choose to sell this one.
Oh, okay,
Because this
okay.
one is 99 years.
Right.
And now it's almost more than 10 years. So they want to sell this one.
Okay, it looks like December has been a very good month for you. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
But I guess you look like someone who does a lot of wine and dine.
Many people
networking.
say that.
Yeah,
But
yeah. They
not
look,
really.
look like I say look like someone.
Not really. Yeah, I like
Wait,
I like
hold on. Yes, because you're so muscular. Use the mic, please.
Many people think that my
You sikit
clients
atas
should
one ah.
be like most of my clients maybe like guys or
Why
not
guys?
really, not really.
Not really, right? Actually,
Most
you
of,
like girls,
most
one, right?
of my clients are lady clients.
Yeah.
Why you laugh? Really, you can check the record. I think out of 10
Kelvin,
clients,
check the record lah.
yeah,
Sure. Later we go eat 炒菜 the point food together. Okay.
I like hawker food.
Hawker food,
Yeah, I like local food.
Local food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But you were from where last time?
Beijing.
Beijing. Beijing food. What's Beijing food famous for?
Peking duck.
Beijing, yeah.
Very nice.
Really, man? Beijing is famous for Beijing, yeah, man.
Run.
Yeah, famous of Beijing. Peking duck.
I thought it's the la mian, all this. No,
That is Shanghai.
Ramen is from south of China. maybe.
Shanghai.
Yeah.
Oh, the Nanfang one, lah. Okay,
maybe Nanfang.
okay.
Is like very south of China.
Hey, run like
Yeah, we anyhow one. We anyhow one, right? Then nice already, just anyhow shoot the food come out, right? Yeah, I knew you.
Come in. Beijing, yeah.
Solar Soul, you know.
Is
Solar
that
Soul, you know, got this restaurant called Solar Soul. Very nice one.
Oh,
Yeah, it's very nice one at Jalan Besar.
before Jalan
Yeah.
Besar.
Is it?
Yeah, wow, very good, no.
He
Really
bring
very
us
good.
there?
There's
Oh,
He
but-
bring me that one. What you ask
Hey,
me?
can you bring us to Solar Soul?
No problem，我们手拉手一起走。
Ah, Centurion no.
Yeah, no problem.
Eat some Solar Soul ma.
OK，
啊，Miko。啊，杨欣，你没空不用紧啊，没事。你没空没不用紧的。
他在打篮球，playing basketball.
I play basketball.
He busy playing basketball.
哎，Andrew，你没空也是没关系的哦，没关系，下一次。
Okay, so wow, Miko really has been a very, very consistent achiever, right, for the past few months.
Wait till you see the next goal.
That's
Tell
crazy,
you,
yeah,
the
really.
next goal is more.
The next call, okay, the
consistent
next call. So wow, also another crazy one also. Running the whole of Singapore, okay, close Royal Green, okay, close Dover, like okay, maybe West Side, South Bedok. She even have what one North Gateway, or a few rentals. Yeah, okay, so pretty good. Nicole, tell us more about yourself. A lot of people know that you are like a rental agent. Is it true?
No,
She throw mic.
Yeah, that's why.
no,
People say, oh, Nicole only do rental only. Is it true?
not true.
Not
Totally
true,
not
right?
true.
So how you started off in real
Wait.
estate?
Nico, open eyes.
That's right. Okay. you all know me. I don't need an intro, right?
Need to intro. Some people don't know you.
Okay,
Famous, no.
Yeah, we know you, but some people
But
don't
she's
know
very
you.
famous one.
She's very famous, but we still
Anyone
need to.
don't know Nicole, please press number 5. If you don't know Nicole,
waiting for the number 5.
see, nobody press number 5.
Then don't need intro already.
Yeah, see? So
Hey, got
famous.
there. Got it. See, got it. Number 5. See who's that guy? Hey, Kelvin.
开玩笑
Hey, you better handle that,
Andas ah.
And that's Sabo, Sabo.
Ay, Andas ah.
Okay. Okay, for the benefit of the new agent.
Okay, anyway, so
Yeah.
today we keep the best ho liao or away. So you're the last person, okay? You must really give all out to share with us things that we need to know.
Give me 2 hours. No, I'm
Sure,
kidding.
no problem. I'll give you 2 hours, man. Okay, so Nico,
Yep.
only Andas do not know you,
I got 2 more.
and
David.
David.
Hey, 老花 already,
Okay.
are you? Cannot see, right? Cannot see, right?
Hey. Okay.
Okay.
Wow, that was a bit awkward. Okay, sorry. Okay, tell me more about yourself.
Ay,
Okay. Okay. I'm in the business industry for the past 18 years.
you
like,
so
yeah,
low ah?
Yeah, like our 大哥 Kelvin also about the same year we joined the real estate.
Okay.
So
Sorry, can you just give me 1
Mm.
second? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kevin.
Sorry,
That
Kevin.
is Kelvin. He's not Kevin. I'm Kevin. I'm not Kelvin. I'm Kevin. Okay.
Kelvin.
Okay. Okay. It's Kelvin. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Carry on.
Can. Okay, so I started off at that time doing HDB because that's the only industry that works. And yeah, I think you don't need to know how I did that time, right? But more on how from HDB I started to explore private resale.
Uh-huh.
Okay, last time new launch cannot do one.
Who say?
Really cannot do one.
Why?
No,
Last time
no.
you launch cannot do.
Hey, not even one customer walk into the show fair every day. One,
You-
not even like got one. You already must pray to the God already.
Anyhow teach.
No, at the time.
which
That's why
time?
now it's different already. That's why I didn't do a project during those years. Really, it's very different.
Nicole, can I ask, at what age you start real estate?
Hey,
Wow.
walao.
Hey, 等一下。
No, wait. I don't mean to offend you, but it's important.
你可以出去了。
Ah,
你可以
What
出
age
去
you
了。
think I started?
I really don't know. 18 years, 18 years ago, the property market very different, ma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 反正我也是没有 market 了啦，讲不用紧啦。
对不起，
Okay,
人家
so
年轻
about-
不懂事，都乱讲话哈。对不起 ，forgive him。
对不起。
No matter how you add 18 plus 21 also, you know about that
Yeah.
already. But
还
I
有
started
还有
about-
master，
You
还
got
有
so big
master。
meh?
What thing? What's the-
18 plus 21.
I mean, 21 you can do.
没有
But I didn't
啦
start on 21.
I think you
okay,
start at 14 lah. Yeah, around there. Around there.
Okay, no secret. It's okay. I started 24 after my uni. Okay, my first job. Very sad that when I hear your 3,000 plus 4,000 plus 5,000, then I only 2,005.
Wow.
Yeah,
What you use your toes?
I use my brain and it doesn't cost much.
Oh,
They don't
serious
pay
ah?
me much. I was in the civil service. I was in Singapore Land Authority. That's my first official job.
铁饭碗。
Yeah, and that is my only so-called salary paid job.
Oh.
Then I come to property already.
Oh,
1
cool.
year, 3 months there. That's it. Then I know what I want already.
Yeah, 3 months of
Yeah,
pain
so
inside
it's
there. lah.
only only 2005 people who know me and they know that my first increment was $60. Because of $60 increment, I start thinking what I want to do with my life. Because seriously, it's like how
$60 increment.
even I work 5 years, I don't think I got 5,000 no. Like seriously, in the civil service, how much increment we're talking about? Double? I don't think so.
给你千，给你100啦，不用找。
Oh, thank you 我感动。So it's very very easy for me to make the decisions because the numbers are quite obvious and into your face, right? That how much you can earn working in government sector, even in the private sector is the same. You know it. Yeah, you can calculate your wealth already. So I take the choice to go into something that has a bit more unlimited income kind of potential. So there's a lot of options now.
So after 18 years, how unlimited is?
Very it's still very interesting because you don't know like last time 100K is out of question most of the time, but there are still some top achiever because I'm in this line for 18 years. I see certain people are really quite good, but there's only like a handful, less than 10.
Plus minus always that few people.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
About now different because of really the project has changed the whole market.
Yep.
Yeah, and I even though how much I resist doing it because it's not what I have been trained to, not say trained to do, but I didn't do that as my main business initially. So I thought it will go back to normal, the commission subsequently, but it didn't. So instead of resisting it, you have to jump into the same bandwagon and try it out also. So last year, that's where we talked. I talked to Kelvin and say that I was thinking of like putting my feet into this project because something to share with. I think a lot of people may be out there like myself doing only resale. But if you have here so many Centurion Cup holder right now here,
In fact,
you
all
know
of them
do projects.
do have project commissions that is included and project incentives.
Correct.
On top of that, they also have their own resale market that they are working with plus rental. The only person that didn't do rental is Miko. I don't know lah. Because Miko had 2 deals, very big deal already. Yeah, she did it for free. Yeah, she did it for free. That's why. Yeah. So Nicole, when do you get your Singapore citizenship?
Me?
I know lah. 讲笑。
Add again. Yeah.
Wow, so okay, yeah. So you're adding on project commissions or project into your daily work already.
Correct.
So how do you actually pitch for projects and get them to actually come down? Like you did one Royal Green. Wow, that's big enough already. That one Royal Green deal was also 90 over 1,000.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I see again. Yeah, like 90 over 1,000.
yeah, to be honest, I think what most of my my deals are from referral.
Okay.
A lot of them from referral now because of the build up business that we have accumulated throughout the years.
Mm.
I do like GTA, so I have customers from particular locations, and then they will have other properties elsewhere.
So do you like convert the tenants into buyers as well?
Okay, to be honest, last time I don't do it, but now I am. I see the
Potential.
the way to convert.
Yeah.
Okay, and the potential of the network that I'm actually holding on to.
You have some coffee with her. So
Miko,
that
can I ask, right? So
Yeah.
when you say a lot of it are from your referral, how do you make it a point to make sure that this referral will come to you? Like, do you incentivize your clients or no? Every time when they think of property, they'll think of Nicole. So
Something
什么东西
like
都是找你的。
something like that. Okay, I think that's why. Okay, is it rental? Don't undermine rental deals because it's through rental deals that I show them how I work, how meticulous I can be, how their welfare are being taken care of, how I put their interest at the most priority, so they can see the kind of quality of work and the kind of like principle kind of thing that I'm holding on to. So they like how I work. That's why they continue to use me for other of their properties.
And if I'm not wrong, right? Because through the course of your career, I'm very certain that you also have converted a lot of your landlords into sellers.
Yes, definitely.
And because you converted them during this tenancy, right?
Mm.
It's like a sure win exclusive, right?
Most
of the time.
Most of the time.
Because the tenant one ma, so tenant open the door one, right?
Right.
So it's like nobody else can enter except you already,
Correct.
Because tenant number only you have, landlord's number only you have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
it's
pretty good.
A lot of time I say rental is something that we shouldn't reject, but in fact you should do a good job because it's more procedures, which is true. But throughout these procedures, you showcase your capability. You showcase how you can handle issues, problems, and how you fight for their interests. So this is opportunity. I don't see they always say that there are a lot of work, a lot of problems, issues from rental deals.
Yeah.
But I see this as opportunity to show them that how good I am. And you just need one agent. It's enough already. You don't need multiple agents to help you to rent out, that kind of thing. You are paying the same commission, but you're getting the best. And then thereafter, you will be also the one like what Bjorn have highlighted. Yeah, I'll probably be the only one who is selling the properties. Yeah, and after they sell the properties, you know what to do next, right? To see what they want to do with their money, and then you reinvest into the market again if they have their plans, of course. Yeah, so it's a very long term. How you make your business consistent? This is how I make my business consistent. If you ask me, this is the formula to actually. It's not I purposely go and choose rental, to be honest. It's when you do a GTA, whatever comes in, right? Most of the time, rental come in easier because they have the urgency. then they may, if it's vacant too long, right, they may contact your faster. Then you will tend to get rental cases earlier. But the thing is that how do you fight the rest of the competitions and be the one closing it and have an opportunity to showcase your skill set in handling rental first. Then after they like you, then you came to know their other properties subsequently when it's available for rental. Then you start to become, you just start to collect their all portfolio.
It's a trend in your transaction.
Yeah.
Whenever you're in the area, right, you make sure you close at least 2 deals.
No.
Why? You see, you have Caribbean, Bedok, One North, then Heritage View. They are all like a pair. Are they like related or?
Yeah.
They are related, right?
A lot of them are related.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I think it's about, because you already impressed your client already, right? Your client's network, right, will become your network, ma. It's the same thing.
Yep.
So I think there's no secret about this thing. It's already about gaining their trust, and then they will just recommend people around them to somebody they trust also. So it's very natural. But do you have the opportunity to showcase first in the first place? So do you attend the class properly and really exercise the conversion skill set, the rental skill set, how I teach, things like that, to really practice it? Or do you think that it's too troublesome? You still want to shortcut your procedures? Shortcut procedures, they also can't see much about your skill set.
True.
Yeah.
So Nicole, you being one of our senior leaders, as well as you also do team building, training, and everything. What do you actually have to share, right, to our new agents out there, in order for them to actually increase their sales?
It's really doing everything. It's like, to me, it's like if you are new agents, right?
Do everything.
Yeah, I don't
No, really, seriously.
I don't do networking that much, to be honest.
Yep.
I don't get my
So you are
contact
you're introvert, Are you an introvert?
No, I'm an extrovert.
You're extrovert.
But
Okay.
I am very task oriented.
Okay.
It's like I don't really
Hang out.
have tea
Yeah.
or
Okay.
meal with my client one.
Okay.
I mean, I think that they are quite good lah. They enjoy and they also have
Oh,
fun.
which is good.
Introvert.
Which is good, because if everybody, right, were to have tea, right, then Orchard Road in the afternoon, right, all the agents will be there having tea already. Everybody will be undercutting everybody already, right now. So that's the reason why it makes our business so unique. Everybody is different, and how we communicate with our clients is different. Yeah.
I think as a new agent, you don't start with a lot of network to begin with. So the main purpose is how to find this network. How do you find your core market? And
How?
That's really all the prospecting method that we are taught.
Okay.
They want is the traditional method plus, of course, the digital method nowadays. But by getting the leads, like Yang Sing have paid so much, right, to get the leads, right? It's about conversion.
Correct.
Say, how do you warm them the fastest way?
Mm.
If you cannot warm them, it will remain cold and they ghost you. Same thing. So it's about getting the leads ready, right? How fast you can actually get into their connect with them, and then make them feel that they have found somebody who can help them. How do you actually exhibit that quality? Yeah, then it's all about skill set, about the stacks that our company has already provided, PG has already provided. How do you use that as soon as possible to impress them? But if you don't know all these things, you can't impress them, because maybe even the first 15 minutes or half an hour of talk with them, right? Whatever content you talk to them, right, will be the thing that matters a lot.
True.
Yeah, because if you fear to impress them, you fear to hold them already. Yeah, so you have been doing a lot of things to get this kind of prospect in already, but what have you done to impress them? If you didn't, then you fear that point already. Then you continue doing the prospecting, you never get too much closure. Or you don't even know about closure, because I don't aim for closure in the way I aim to connect first, and then facts find, like what Andrew say, facts find what they really need. And then it's a long game is fine, because more importantly, they know that I am with them. I'm helping them one. So it may not close immediately. If it close 1 year later, I'm fine too. I'm just collecting the possible customers that can trust me, and then I work on their needs accordingly. I have served a buyer recently. I just closed it last month.
How long you spent on him?
Easily 2-3 years.
2-3 years.
I
You
told-
spent
yes.
2-3 years on a client.
Yes,
So you see him like every weekend, or
almost every weekend.
almost every weekend?
Yeah, almost every other
He
weekend.
like you, is it?
No, it's a couple.
Oh, it's a couple. They like
Yeah.
you lah.
They like me, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely like you.
in fact, they start to be the one like sending, doing the homework and send to me, because I really don't have time. But
Okay.
they still want me to be the one to help them see and give comment and help them negotiate at the end.
What
They
sort of
want me to be
property they bought finally?
landed.
Okay lah, not
Yeah,
bad
but
lah.
they really see from all sort of condos to landed also.
So
Apartment,
from
walk up,
different
everything.
district, yeah,
Yeah,
different kind of cluster house, townhouse, whatever thing also see already
yes,
lah.
even new launches also we tried.
Okay, so see the whole Singapore already, then decided to buy that
No,
one.
not really whole Singapore, but the area quite big also.
Okay.
Yeah, I get one of my associates to help me do research until she also give up.
Wow, you really have a
Yeah.
very strong
I'm going to
patience.
tell her the news because they just exercise. I
Okay.
haven't tell her that it finally closed.
Okay. Wow.
No, I mean, I'm thankful that they still hold on to me. I mean, like they still want me to be there. This is something, but even though it's so long, like I say already, it's just one of the places. I just treat it as like meeting friends, lor.
True.
Yeah,
True.
if you have a very good friends and they want to go and see house and you even don't earn the money, you also will like follow them as when you're free, and then like just give them some comment. But just feel them as friends, lor. So I never really, honestly speaking, I'm like her. I never really look at commission first. It's when there is a closing signal that I start to go and how much really, yeah. Then if it so to me it's like it's the best interest. I really don't like to see what that will deviate me from the interest of my client. I try not to know or
So
hear.
can I ask you one question? Like you've been in the real estate line for 18 years, right?
Yeah.
Can I just ask you like where you keep your money?
Like
what do you do your money?
I buy a lot. I buy cars.
You buy cars, okay? Milo Kong. Inside the Milo Kong, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I spend a lot lah. To be honest, it's like money is not yours if you don't spend it.
Precisely.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I really will enjoy. I think I spend a lot on eating and drinking, like enjoying.
Yeah, I think you must go eat Tapai with him already.
Yeah, I also eat the triple one.
How often you eat? Like very long one time, right?
No. I eat every other day. Yeah.
My man here every day eat. Eat every day eat.
Like last time traveling, but I spend a lot on car.
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, lor, I think.
Yeah, I think it's good to reward yourself.
Yeah.
If not, then you will feel like not very not just very worried, right? Or the effort that you actually put in, right, does not equate to the reward, right? So of course it's good to actually reward yourself sometimes. Yep. Yeah, agreeable.
So, yeah, that's it. Anything else you want to know?
I have a curious question for Miko. Miko, based on your
Miko or Nico?
Miko.
Miko, okay.
Miko, yeah.
Okay.
So Miko,
Okay.
based on the transactions, right? I mean, I see that you are serving a certain net worth of clients. All right. So may I understand, like, is it a choice that you specifically want to tap into these high net worth clients, and how do you know them? Or you're just the whole of Singapore. You serve heartlanders. You serve, yeah. What is your
Most
marketing?
of the high net worth clients is from friends referral. So once you know one of them, then you give them a very good service, then they will introduce you to many other friends.
Understood.
So you need to get into one of them first.
Miko, I got a very funny question to
Sorry,
ask you.
you
So-
no one chap peng one,
Sorry,
you get 10 more chap peng.
Okay, so just to check with you, right? In the history of your career, right, have you actually done like a
Betul lah.
HDB deal before or not?
Yeah, I've done HDB
Have ah?
before, like 10 years
Okay.
ago. Yeah.
Oh,
I've been real estate for more than 10 years. I think the first 5 to 7 years, I doing local market.
So your first 5-7 years of your career, you did local market.
Yes.
So that's where you actually got into contact with the HDB market lah.
Yes,
Wow, 辛苦你了。
HDB,
对不起。
EC. Yeah. I sell a lot of EC also.
Okay,
Ah.
okay. So it was a progression lah. After going to local market, you got to know more affluent clients.
7 years ago, stop eating chap peng already.
Oh, that was 7 years ago that she eats a type of. So now never already.
And now she feel like
But
going back to
versatile,
eat.
I feel like
Now-
eat.
now she
Very
feel
long
like
never eat
going
already.
back to
Okay, long one time eat lah.
But really,
Okay.
5 years ago, the foreigner market is not really good. Not very much foreigners buy properties in Singapore. At that time, when I want to do high net worth clients, many friends said maybe it's difficult for you.
Better
Because,
to stick to bread and butter.
yeah,
Yeah.
why
Need to
not?
chop
Why
chop.
not you just do some like stable market?
Yeah.
Why you want to do high net worth market? But after 5 years, I feel I made the right choice.
Yeah, you did. Definitely did. Yeah.
Ask the wrong people,
I'll ask
but
one.
make the right choice.
I want to ask one question. So, 5 to 7 years ago, when doing the mass market, what are the main processing method you do? How do you get break through to your local market?
Eat
Door
lor.
knocking and send flyers. print flyers. I did that before, but many years ago.
Impressive,
Because
impressive.
At that time, when you do a new launch, you have to do that.
Mm.
When the whole group go for door knocking, you have to go with them together. There's attendance for that, so no choice.
Attendance?
Yeah, at that time was like that.
attendance. 为什么有 attendance 的？
Many years ago.
Call team, right?
Core team, yes.
Oh, okay.
Many-
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Then they got the bubble tea card.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember
was not
bubble
in
tea card.
ERA. Last time I was in prom next.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. All right. Kevin, anything else?
Time to stop eating tapabong
Play more basketball.
and play more ball sports.
Yeah. Yoga, tennis also can. Go for tea.
And while playing basketball, be careful. Age is
Catching up.
you cannot do alley hoop
Yeah.
anymore.
And
Some 360 nonsense.
in future, please, our font make it bigger. Okay. We can't really see. Yeah.
One more last thing just to like I mentioned, I recently just get into a project DD role, right? Then that's where
Which project was that?
Network
One
stable
North
ah.
Eden, right?
Network
No,
and stable.
I'm not selling my project now, but I can.
You can.
No, I'm just saying that.
Okay, now we have Nicole Lim, the upcoming project director for a very, 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 very unique one-off kind of project at One North
Sure sell out one.
Eden.
Okay. Yeah, really, this one North Eden project, right? Got the GLS thing that the Kelvin said just now, because there's two new plots. There are two plots of GLS coming mid of this year.
Okay, look at the camera. See, there's a dedicated camera, right? They still point at your face already. Yeah. So, like, zoom. Okay.
Right, this project, aka put money, take money. Don't
Yeah.
need to see me, see Nicole already.
For capital appreciation, don't worry, because there's two more new plots that was just announced to be launched in the GLS will start mid of this year. Yeah. Okay, so we'll start mid of this year. So it will definitely help in the value of One of Eden. So I think it's pretty safe, and there's no project launch for the last 13 years. So you should really hold your customer for this
It's
project.
a forbidden city.
Yeah, it's a limited edition, only 165 units. Be one of them to close it. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, 广告时间 over. Okay, I'm just want to share, because after I committed to this project, right, I find that the change of behavior is very obvious to myself too. That I will keep talking about projects to people. Yes, because okay, number one, of course, is driven by, because this project I'm the in charge, so I will talk more.
I got a feeling you will buy it. You start buying One North Eden already.
No 私心 because no 私心. It's really because I start to talk about projects, right? I don't only talk about One of Eden. I'm talking about whatever coming up. I really meet my customer that time, right? Like whether I renewing any tenancy, I signing any contract, or doing viewing that my customer come and open the door, right? I will confirm say something about project that is coming. Whether is it Reef, whether is it Claiborne, whether is it Key Residences.
Hey, why you never say my twin view and Mr. Grand? A bit lah, you know, go TOP soon already, no.
Yeah.
Cool down there, the TOP already, no, go collect key, no. The building built in front of me, finish already, no. Can talk a bit or not? Twin view, Mr. Grand,
Yeah, twin view and Instagram, okay? Okay, good. I will say. For people who want to stay in India.
Thank you.
Okay. So it's very natural that I start to share projects, and I find every opportunity to highlight the good one that I think also lah. That to customers that I think relevant to. Yeah, people who want investment want Reef and One of Eden coming out, that kind of thing. I will naturally come out and start saying it. So you need to start committing to something. Like for example, you can start register for a Salesforce team for any projects. You can wanted to be a tagger for something. Once you are involved, right, you naturally want to share something that you're doing.
Yep.
Yeah, it will be at the back of my mind. It's quite natural. So last time I find it very unnatural. I really do the task oriented, right? Do what I do and then go already. I never make use of my network and share with them, because if I don't share with them, honestly speaking, the next moment they may in the show flat, then or they tell me that they have just bought this thing.
But that's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah.
Worst feeling ever. You see that
I
at show
feel
flat.
many times before,
Yeah.
to be honest. It's like because I never share. So but now because of this commitment, right, I find it so natural that I will be sharing not just the project that I'm committing. It's really every project, because they have a starting point. They always have a starting point. So just need to start say, hey, you know this project coming out. Just this question can ready. they will say yes or no, then you can start talking already a bit. So more or less, right, this thing has really helped me to bring some checks also to the recent reef balloting and things like that. So if in the past, right, it will never happen. I will not be involved in this launch at all. Yeah, so I think it's very important to get yourself involved and how to just commit yourself to something. Then you will find you naturally will do more things on that area.
Right.
Yeah, so this is something I really want to tell people who are really so involved in resale to start looking at this way of getting yourself involved. Because you ask you all to do something, right, very difficult. It's like I know that this is going on, very difficult. Unless you decided yourself to commit to something, then it's naturally will come out already. I think this is how I think I break myself to start getting involved in projects. Yeah, so these are tips. So don't care about whether you can make it or cannot make it or can sell anything or not, but just do that step for yourself. Then you will see things naturally come out.
I think most importantly, what I caught you say was to commit, and at the same time also, just take that first bold step,
Yes.
right? And then you start to actually see things naturally being snowballed.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So with that, thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Yang Sing. Thank you, Miko. Thank you, Kelvin. Thank you, Andrew. Our program director, Leon, as well as Celine. Kevin, anything else? Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Bjorn. Yeah. Okay. So with that, right, we'll end this episode of season 2, episode 1 of our Real Talk,
Real
and we'll see
Talk.
you in the next episode. Thank
Right.
you.
See you. Bye.
See you.